The views and opinions expressed on this program are not necessarily those of this station, JVC Broadcasting Management, or its sponsors.
This is Denise Nostrom, CEO and founder of Diversified Financial Solutions. Now more than ever, investment advice is needed. Not just where best to invest your money, but why. Are you investing for your future retirement? Are you retired and looking to maximize your income? Are you maximizing your income and concerned with leaving money for your loved ones? Are you investing for your retirement at the same time saving for your children's education and at the same time saving to buy another home? Are the markets in line with your goals? Are your goals ever changing? Please contact me at 631-758-8691. That's 631-758-8691, or visit us at diversifiedfinancial.biz. For over 25 years, I have been helping individuals, families, and business owners navigate through all market conditions with only one goal in mind, my clients. Visit me at diversifiedfinancial.biz or call Denise Nostrom, founder of Diversified Financial Solutions, at 631-758-8691. That's 631-758-8691 for a conversation about my most important client, you. Hello, it is so good to be here on this beautiful Friday afternoon. Believe it or not, in September. I don't know how that happened, but yes, we are in September already. We see the school buses on the roads and the kids are back in school. This is not one of my favorite months, but I do like the fact that there is more of an ebb and flow to life. It just seems like we're kind of back to some semblance of a routine, so that is good. But, you know, summer now, it's unofficially over, so we're not done yet. But I do like the fall, but not a fan of what comes after fall. I already see the deers and the squirrels, they're going wild in anticipation for potentially a cold weather winter. I'm not ready for winter and hope we have a while until it gets cold, but we shall see. But thank you all for tuning into the Financial Chick Show today. I'm your host, Denise Nostrom, the CEO and owner of Diversified Financial Solutions. Your financial chick is here to help you make better financial decisions and choices to improve your life and reduce your anxiety and stress about money. If you want to learn more about my firm, you could check out our website at financialchickshow.com. We're also on Facebook at Diversified Financial Solutions, so like our pages to get updates and see what is happening. We're actually on Facebook Live, so I know some of you out there. Hello. If you could see us, we're here. But for people that are listening on the radio, if you do want to watch the show as well, you could just go to Denise Nostrom Scavani page, and you can actually watch the show and listen on the radio all at the same time. So we're making some improvements today. So I am excited to have my right-hand man with me today. Thank you for being here, Mike Scudiero.
Yeah, good to be here.
How are you?
Good.
I haven't seen you all freaking day, but I'm asking how you're doing. But anyway, but for those who don't know, Mike is my assistant. He was my engineer, like my buddy Zach now, who's my current engineer. But that's how we started. You were my engineer for the show, and you began working with me a little over 2 years ago. And you're on your way to becoming a financial advisor.
Yep.
It has been quite an exciting year for you. You passed your SIE exam, which of course is the first exam that you need to kind of as your entree into the whole financial advisory world. Mm-hmm. You went to Japan this year.
I did.
But you had come in after that. But one thing, and I don't think you've been here since this, you just moved into your own place in Suffolk County.
I did. I'm a Suffolk resident now.
I ripped you right out of Nassau County, didn't I? Well, I don't know if I can't say I did, but maybe.
Well, you played a part. Everywhere I've ever that's brought me to Suffolk County played a part because, I mean, you here at the station before that, and also even before that with college. I was always driving out. I've been driving out here to Suffolk from Nassau for 10 plus years.
Okay.
Plus I've always, my grandparents used to have a house in the Hamptons, spent much of my childhood there. My cousins had a house in Bayshore.
All right.
So I've been coming to Suffolk County for most of my life overall, but literally every single day of the week. Since I started going to college over 10 years ago.
All right, cool.
So,
all right, so I don't want to be totally blamed for it.
Yeah, so it's don't blame yourself because it is it's definitely worth it. I love it out here personally, and I couldn't be happier to be here. I've been wanting to come out here forever because I mean there's more space out here. You get more bang for your buck, and I just love it. I feel like I'm closer to a lot more of my friends, even some more family members. Yeah. It's been honestly awesome so far.
All right. I'm sorry. I'm a little distracted here. Our clock is not working, our countdown. So Zach, you might have to help us on the countdown. But I'm glad you're out here too. But like I said, don't blame me if it doesn't work out. No, it's going to work out. Of course.
Absolutely.
Suffolk County rocks, you know?
Absolutely.
So, So how was your Labor Day? I can't believe we're saying that.
I know.
How did that just, I was like a whole blur and I missed it actually.
It was, I did too, kind of, but it was good. Just sort of, I don't know, not doing much over the weekend. That's kind of what I like to do over a long weekend. Really nothing. So, when I say that I didn't do much over the long weekend, it's positive for me, but just mostly hung around. I did go back to my original house for a little bit just to see family for a little bit. But
okay.
Other than that, just hung around and did my thing, spent some time at the apartment. It's still cool for me to say that. I have my own apartment.
That's so exciting.
And I can't believe, by the way, you're talking about like not being able to comprehend that we went past Labor Day. Speaking of the apartment, I'm there 2 months already.
Wow.
At the apartment.
That went very quickly too.
Felt like 2 seconds ago. And Monday I did go back actually out to the Hamptons to celebrate with my girlfriend a bit that she got a new job. So that's really
that's right.
A lot of good things.
I love good
lately.
things. See, this is what we need.
Exactly.
Thank you, Zach, to the rescue. So it was totally my fault. I pulled it out. I pulled the wire out of the thing. Thank you, Zach. I appreciate you.
He's making it all happen.
All right. All right. Now we're back when everything's in check.
Back to
now.
live action.
We are. We've always been live, but yeah, now it's it is always happening. Something's going on. So so we had a pretty good Labor Day weekend.
Yeah, yours. Yeah, tell us.
Another host of his own show, Chef Charles. Actually, if you were like listening or watching the show last week, he did a dinner for all of the people that I do boating with down in the marina at his place, ECC Eatery, which is on River Avenue in Patchogue. It was like a 4-course meal. We had like an appetizer, and then we had this beautiful salad. And that candy walnut salad, and then we had a choice of 4 different entrees. And most people had the pulled spare ribs, I think I'm saying that right. I got the salmon actually. And then he had a beautiful layout for dessert, and outside lights when it got dark. It was just an absolutely perfect thing. So Chef Charles, thank you so much. That was a wonderful, wonderful evening, and everybody loved it. There was I think there was 12 of us out there. So wonderful.
Yeah.
And then that was Saturday. Then on Sunday, we brought back Megan. It's been all day. I can't even talk. Brought back Megan back to college. So she's back in Manhattan. So there's that.
That's good.
So it's pretty good.
Sophomore year, huh?
Sophomore year.
Damn.
We're just moving and shaking. So a little concerned about the upcoming election in Manhattan. We'll see what happens there.
That's fair.
This Mandami and all. There's been a lot going on this week with regard to possibly, I don't know, like Trump was talking and trying to have other people, get out of the race. And I don't really know what is going to go on, but it seems like, and it just unfortunately seems like this in a lot of races, sometimes, not a lot, but in races sometimes, that we're taking the least offensive person. So even if you pulled out, Adams or I guess Adams and then Mandami, then there's Cuomo,
Yeah.
So, and then there's Curtis Sliwa, who, we shall see. But, love the city. I was like thinking about it as I was planning for the show that, Manhattan is an amazing, amazing place and so much culture and so much going on. And, we don't want that to change. And well, we've had a couple of mayors that, kind of made the city not be all that it could be.
Yeah, exactly.
And we need some rebuilding, I think, so we'll see what happens there. But
yeah, there've been some parts of Manhattan that I've actually been kind of surprised I've heard have improved lately, but there are certain aspects of it, especially like the people who are around there a lot of the time. That's the part you're looking to correct a bit, because you're still hearing about a lot of crime happening there and people just not feeling safe when they're going into the city. But on the other hand, I was also surprised because my girlfriend did go into the city somewhat recently with her mom, and she was like, "Oh my God, babe, Penn State has been completely redone."
Penn Station looks amazing.
Yeah.
It looks really, really good. So yeah, there's been a lot of really positive strides.
Yeah. And some areas, like some streets around there, like around MSG, are like they're in better shapes. Like certain things, like, oh wow, I didn't even know that. But then there's still certain areries of the city that you'd like to see improve.
I mean, granted, that's just kind of everywhere, I guess. But
especially in the biggest city in the world.
I get nervous. Like we were like moving her. We were going back to the car, and you could see people like on drug. doing drugs,
Yeah,
not doing drugs on the street, but like, they're just walking around, a lot of like mental illness and, there's like a lot of stuff
Suspect
that's going on. So,
characters.
it's your baby and you want her to be safe.
Of course. Of course. Who wouldn't?
So
it's understandable. But I hope, listen, we both know how we feel about that election coming up. So,
I
mean, I just hope it goes in a way, no matter who it is, I just want New York City to be somewhere that we can be proud to mention again and somewhere where we want to go on a regular basis.
Absolutely. And again, even though it's there, it does affect us as well.
Exactly.
In many different ways. So it'll be interesting to see. And, obviously New York State as a whole, as far as finances, because we do talk financial here,
Mm-hmm.
that's going to make a big difference too, But
Exactly.
wow. I mean, I guess with the timer, the clock and everything, this first half went really, really quick. But
Adventurous.
I'm here with Mike Scudiero, my assistant, the best of all here with me today. So we're just kind of going to talk about a bunch of different topics, but you're listening to the Financial Chick Show. This is Denise Nostrom. My company's Diversified Financial Solutions. I help you look for financial solutions when you feel like there are none. Feel free to contact me at 631-758-8691 or financialchickshow.com for more information. Stay tuned after the break. And we're back. This is Denise Nostrom, the Financial Chick. The company is in Medford, and you can reach me at 631-758-8691 or visit my website at financialchickshow.com. I'm here to help you on your financial journey. Over the years, things change, and I'm here to help you navigate all of those changes. And my God, is there changes, right? So as I said earlier, September is not my favorite month. I don't know, like it never really was, and I'm not really sure why. I did like school, so September was cool with me. Mike, what about you? What do you think about September?
I'm actually quite the opposite. I don't mind September at all, and I didn't like school, so it was the one aspect that I didn't like. Flip that on its head.
Well, this is why we get along so well, right? Opposites attract, I guess, right?
Yeah. But I've always thought it was the best weather month, or amongst the best. I do like.
That's true.
I do like when it is sweltering heat, like you do. We're big heat people.
Yeah.
So September isn't quite good for that because you start to feel the fall creep in it a little bit.
Right, I know. And I'm already seeing leaves fall down. Like, no, stop, But it's very interesting on a financial standpoint. Sources bespoke over the last 25 years, so that brings us quite a bit. September has ranked as the S&P 500's weakest month. See, like I'm all in line. I saw this article today with an average decline of 1.5% and gains just 48% of the time. September actually ranks as the weakest month since 1928. Over the last 50 years, September saw an average decline of 0.88. And in the years since 1928, it's seen an average decline of 1.17. So,
wow.
See, so my I got that like thing going on where I kind of know I have this feel.
Yeah.
Now, so, with September started off okay in the market, not too bad. But it is typically, it's a transition month. Because again, like I talked about on the first half, it's, change of routine. All the traders were away. August is like dead on the trading floor. So now everybody's coming back and now they're looking at the portfolios. We have the quarter ending in a mere, what's today, the 5th, 25 days?
Yeah.
So the third quarter is almost done. And then we've got one more quarter to go.
That's painful.
But yeah, so we're there's a lot of transition, a lot of change that's happening, at this point. So, basically, really the market or the overall economy is three things. It's, the market, I should say, is earnings, which, the earnings season, we're kind of getting toward the end now because now we're going to have a new earnings season as soon as the next quarter comes. So, that's what the company is coming out and saying, they were expected to do a certain amount. And if they do that amount, they met the earnings, they may exceed the earnings or they may not achieve the earnings. And it's very interesting in the stock market because even if sometimes a company does meet or beat their earnings, it doesn't necessarily mean the stock's going up. So it's a very interesting game that we have here. But so the 3A's, so we have the earnings, we have employment. Now that was something today that we just found out that unemployment has raised, has went up. The last piece, the last E is economy. So that kind of falls into line with the economy because now we have a really good chance with the next time the Fed gets together, because that was one of their things that, like employment and all this kind of stuff. So not that things are bad, but this was kind of expected, and we do need that rate cut. So initially it was going to be 25 basis points, but now there's a really good chance that it might be more. The street is saying that it's going to be 50 basis points and then maybe another 25 basis points in October.
Wow.
So we'll see, and of course that's going to help the situation. We have clients that have debt, right? And, their APRs on their credit cards are crazy, need cars, right? And a lot of times people don't have money to slap down in a car. So loan rates will go down. Mortgage rates will go down. It's not a bad thing. It's a good thing.
And it's very interesting to see with the last rate cut. That was the first time I got to see an immediate market reaction to that since I started following the market more often. Because when I first started working with you, I wasn't really following the market as much. But then as I started to get more experience and more comfortable with the industry overall, I started to actually take a couple of glances at the market.
Yep.
And this was really the first time since I started doing that I was able to see the bond market reaction of rates being lowered. And it's interesting, especially in the volatile environment we've been in the market for all these months now, how the slightest thing will happen, even when there's a slight indication of something possibly getting ready to happen.
Right.
Sometimes it doesn't even have to happen yet.
That's right.
Exactly. Even months ago when there was the idea of a tariff pause, the markets raged 10%.
Well, and that's a perfect thing.
All of that.
There was, this was August 15 that they posted. They said, in one of the most remarkable comebacks in U.S. history, as of mid-August, the S&P 500 has rallied 34% from the April lows, which was when the tariffs was the top of the chart. That was, everybody was talking about all the news, So let me read that again. As of mid-August, the S&P 500 has rallied 34% from the April lows, hitting 17 all-time highs on the year.
It's insane.
So
that's insane. I mean, I was talking to a lot of clients and also a few family members. They're really freaking out with how the market went down. They said, "Oh my God, this could take 10 years to recover." Who knows? I'm like, why don't we just wait to see what happens? At least give it a few months, see where we're at. And before you knew it, in 2 months, it made it all the way back. And now the markets are actually exceeding what they were before that in less than 6 months?
Yep.
It's unbelievable.
So I heard some stats this morning because I knew you were coming on the show. So this morning it came out that your favorite place, Japan,
yep.
That's right, signed a deal with the United States that they are going to have a commitment of $550 billion of investments. And they're going to institute it. We're going to have a 15% tariff with them. So they signed the agreement. And so,
you got to love the Japanese.
Yeah. Well, again, the word respect, right, is a big deal.
Absolutely. That's what they live on.
Yeah. And the fact that, again, everybody, especially social media, really fuels a lot of fires. I mean, we're not going to know till we know. And then you're dealing with the head of the administration, Trump, he's a business person. So, and again, a lot of you too would do the same thing. What do you do? You haggle, right? If you want to get, it's all the art of the deal. I think we all do a part of that. So you're not going to come in, or when you sell something, better example, when you sell something, do you sell it for exactly what you want to get for it? No, I'm going to put in a car, maybe you really want to get 10, but you're going to put the darn thing up for 12,000 and then haggle with the person and get to the number that you want. That's what the administration, that's what we're doing right now. That's what Trump's doing.
And you have to do that because the fact of the matter is, whether people like it or not, this country mismanaged whoever was in charge at the time, going back decades.
Right, exactly.
This country has mismanaged a lot of things that led to a lot of both friends and foes taking vast advantage of this country. And a lot of that has to be fixed and or undone to the best possible, as good as you can make it, if you're Donald. And that is not easy to do considering how out of control everything has gotten the last few decades. So you have to do something. You couldn't continue the way it was for the last few decades, especially the last 4 years before this. You couldn't continue on that path, even if it didn't it was going to show itself eventually.
Yeah,
but
that's so funny. When we had 9% inflation, I mean, people were upset, but they're like, oh my God, the tariffs, nothing's really even gone full circle yet.
Yeah.
And everybody's losing their cool, Or
again, even at the mention of it, even the mention of something will have the market react, or the bond or the stock market in the most severe way you've seen in probably in my case, my whole life. Yeah. I've never seen the market go up 10% in one day before I did earlier in the year.
Yeah,
I've never seen that before. Not sure if I will see it again. Who knows? but that's the kind of environment we've been in.
Yeah.
And that's thanks to somebody finally being willing to step up to the plate and change something.
Yeah.
A lot of us don't like change. Yeah, a lot of us don't like change, but these are necessary changes. You can't continue down the path that was going down. So it's very interesting to see the trends that we've seen the last few months.
Yeah.
And with the rate cuts coming up even more, we'll see how they respond to that. Obviously, it'll be very well, probably. It's going to be good.
Yeah, it's going to be good. And again, that's one of the things that's it's going to help technology, which has already been a great sector in the small companies. So we'll hope that all these things come down the pike. But we're running to the end already. I know it goes so quickly. But anyway, we just have one thing. So we talked about some serious business, but having some fun this weekend. I know there is some rain possibly in the forecast, but hopefully we can stave it away. Wanted to talk to you about a St. Jude's Hospital Research Hospital, fundraiser that's going to be at Medford Memorial Park on Route 112. It's a concert extravaganza. It's the third one in a row. So this Sunday, September 7th, if God forbid we do have some rain, there is a rain day September 13th, but stay tuned for September 7th. Hopefully it'll be nice. And it runs from noon to 7. And again, there's going to be a lot of different bands. News 12 is going to be there and try to help a really good cause. And St. Jude's is really an amazing place. So.
Absolutely. Come in clutch, September weather. Don't rain it out.
Yeah, for real. And it's weekend. We need nice weather, you know? So, well, thank you for being here today, Mike.
My pleasure always.
It's always fun. And I want to thank you all for tuning in today. Remember, let's do better and be better. Take care, and I'll be with you next Friday.
Advisory services offered through Blackridge Asset Management, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Securities are offered through Peak Brokerage Services, LLC, member FINRA, SIPC. Blackridge Asset Management and Diversified Financial Solutions are separate and independent entities from Peak Brokerage Services.
The views and opinions expressed on this program are not necessarily those of this station, JVC Broadcasting Management, or its sponsors.